Already.
You only heal in a bathtub.
Let's give it a shot. Welcome to another Am I the Asshole segment with Almost on Fire. I am secretly Emenar.
I am outwardly Isabel.
And I am inside and outwardly Bill's alive.
Welcome, everyone. Usually we do a segment where on Reddit we discover whether or not the OP is an asshole based on our current assessment. Whether or not
Discover
you agree.
is a strong word.
Hey, but whether or not you agree, please let us know.
We can make them the asshole if we really spin the truth. Maybe we should just do that. Attempt to make them all the asshole.
Extrapolate everything.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that should be our goal this time. Make them sound like the asshole.
Also,
sure.
Derry is saying, do you live on your own in the middle of nowhere around a cornfield? What? How is that relevant to anything? Is that what it takes to be a lady killer now? I mean, I guess. You could.
I mean, that's a bit sexist. You can kill anyone with that kind of situation, right?
I mean, you don't need to have that kind of situation, I would think, but
you'd be able to get away with it more easily, I imagine. So,
I mean, you kind of exposed it. So we're gonna find Gary in that cornfield in the middle of nowhere, and we'll dig into his backyard, right?
Honestly, I actually expect that. Gary is kind of shifty.
Oh goodness.
There's like the shiftiest person. Yeah,
that's true.
Very much so.
When he smiles at me, I get shivers down my spine, like
when a shark smiles at you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very friendly, but what's behind there?
There's like some kind of aura. You know, he smiles at you. He's a smiling assassin.
I know, right?
I like to call it.
Very attractive, though. Just saying that, throwing it out there.
He is a lady killer.
Maybe the case.
Yep.
All right. Let's give it a whirl. Shall you take it away, Bill?
Oh, okay, sure.
Bill done like 3 weeks in a row now?
Has he? Okay, then Emma.
I don't know. We forced him. Oh, damn it. We forced him last week.
I did it last week for sure.
Okay, then Emma, it's your turn.
So it was Isabel's turn last week, and he forced Bill into it, and I can't read your thing.
It should be Isabel's turn because I'm pretty sure you did the one before me. Or like,
no.
I've only done one in total. Where like,
you see here, I have a cat.
Okay,
that is my excuse.
Yes.
We're doing the links in order, right?
Correct.
It's a question. It's not a. Where are we? Are we? Is this what?
On the bottom.
Yes, on the bottom podcast. There we go. Yes. Start 11. I see. So, am I the asshole for telling my daughter to stop crying because this wasn't about her? That's the one?
Yes.
And I can't do my timesheet if I read this. You know that, right?
That's unacceptable. You need to do both.
Okay, fine. I'll try.
Do it on Monday. You're working this weekend anyway, right?
No,
I'm not.
Sunday.
Screw that.
Last day is Sunday, guys. You better get him in before.
There's so many things in here. All right, okay.
I know Derry won't lock me out.
Am I supposed to do voices? Is that how I'm doing
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Thanks for the host, Dara.
All right. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter to stop crying because this wasn't about her? I have a 27-year-old daughter and a 33-year-old son. I remarried 1 year ago to my wife, 30, female. And I had told her while dating that I was in my 60s and wasn't aiming to have more kids. For the past few weeks, my wife has been acting strange, and she said she felt sick and tired. The other day, my wife and I were visiting my daughter and her boyfriend, who just got an apartment together. My wife was on edge the whole time. Finally, she blurted out that she found out that she's pregnant. She looked apprehensive, so I asked her why she was treating this like bad news. She says she wasn't sure how I'd feel about the news. So I told her that it was unexpected, but especially recently I've come to really value children in a way that I couldn't when I was younger and was either away from home altogether or working 13 hours days, 6 days a week. I told her that my business is very much hands-off now, and this time around I have time and resources, and I'm excited to devote that to our child. And that I would do everything to make our child the happiest child with the happiest family. My daughter was in the adjacent room, but I didn't notice that she had walked in. She started sniffing, and when I asked what's wrong, she started full on crying. She curtly said, "Congratulations," and started walking out. I caught up with her in the hallway, and she spun around and said, "Great to see that you finally..." Oh, sorry. "Great to see that you finally calmed down, Dad. If it only happened 25 years ago and not because of age." I did it right?
Yeah.
Yes, you did that perfectly.
Perfectly. I told her that I was only trying to make my wife feel better, and that she didn't have to cry and yell, because this wasn't about her. This is about letting an anxious woman I loved know that she and her child would want for nothing and worry about nothing. She looked furious and said, "Yeah, this is about a kid who is going to get a chill and dungeon dad and a happy mom because he got him the second time round."
Oof.
After that, my wife and I left because we knew we weren't welcome at that moment. Am I the asshole for defending what I said and telling my daughter that this really has nothing to do with her and everything to do with the baby I intend to be a great dad to? Anyway, that.
Well, first of all, I find it weird that he remarried someone who is just a couple of years older than his daughter and is actually younger than his son. But, I'm not, I just think it's strange, but, I guess everyone can do whatever they want. They're adults. It sounds like maybe the dad was never around for the daughter when she was growing up.
Yeah.
Was he an asshole for saying that?
Feeling there were 6, but did I not?
Sorry?
What age is his daughter? The
28. The
Oh,
son,
28.
His original
Okay.
daughter and son is 28 and 33 respectively.
In my head, I was imagining a 6-year-old child walking around and saying all that. Like, that's really, really concise for a child.
Yeah.
I mean, she said 25 years ago, so don't know why you're thinking 6-year-old child, but
Emenar does math in head. It's Friday night. Emenar cannot do math in head.
I mean...
Oh, thanks for the raid.
Thanks for the raid, Neri.
Hi, Raiders.
You're just in time to hear about our first post from
But
Emma
not in
the
time enough
asshole.
for my farmer voice.
That's
Don't
true.
worry, you have
You
another
did kind of
farmer
miss
voice coming
that,
up.
but you'll see.
I
You'll
gotta
probably hear
change
another
it.
one soon.
All
All right, opinion, Emenar.
I ain't going to close my laptop and do my timesheet later, is my opinion.
I see.
You
Gonna
got the
forget
right
about it.
account, Neri. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yes. I don't know. It sounds like the daughter doesn't really like how things turned out.
Probably not.
I mean, I feel like he's not an asshole for saying that, but maybe he did something else that we can find in the comments that made people say he's an asshole. But I don't feel like he's an asshole for saying that it's not about her, but about the new baby.
I mean, she's like 26, right? So if
28.
he's excited or what, but she's a full-on adult, right? Like, so this
Yep.
is kind of, if it was a decent enough childhood and everything, this is kind of a childish thing to kind of say. But I don't know, maybe not.
Sounds like
Do I
trauma
think
to
he
me.
may be? Do I think he may be leaving some details out? Maybe, because I mean, like the fact that the daughter is saying this sounds like she was neglected, at least to a certain extent, or maybe she's just sensitive. I mean, like growing up, I grew up in a household where both my parents worked, so, but I don't necessarily feel the same way she does. If it happened to me. But yeah, there might be. I feel like there's something that's left out in the original post that, yeah.
I mean, just based on the post in itself, it sounds like she has a lot of trauma to deal with, right? And if there was like an ongoing conversation about like, hey, like, I don't feel like you were there for my childhood, and then you hear your dad so openly to a wife that is only 2 years her senior, be like, you know what, I'm ready to put down everything and be the man for this, for you and the baby. It's kind of like, I think I'd be more like angry than crying upset, but you know,
It's a weird situation as well because like all the kids who were there have grown up now, and so this is kind of like starting a new family in a way.
It is,
basically.
yeah.
So
But I mean,
it's like getting a whole second chance, and you know the kids, if they see it that way, might feel kind of betrayed. You're like,
but I mean, like,
we were your family.
the other thing is like you have to be practical, right? I mean, if the dad has been super busy making money to support the family, that's why he wasn't able to be always there for them when they were growing up, then you can't blame your dad, right?
Well, you can if he decided to do that and didn't necessarily have to work 13-hour days, 6 days a week. You know, if he
Yes.
had to have them survive, great. But if he was just a workaholic, then no. So I don't think there's enough detail there to say either way.
I think it also puts like a bad taste in your mouth when your dad marries someone that's just 2 years older than you.
Yes, definitely.
Wait, is that what happened here? Oh, I didn't see that bit.
Yeah,
yeah.
so the
You
current,
did all
the
the voice
stepmom
acting.
is 30.
I don't remember the things I say, right? It's just like in D&D. I don't remember anything. I'm in the moment, and then gone.
Yeah.
Why do you think I do the recaps every single week? Because I remember?
Yes. I thought you were testing your players. Turns out it's the DM. Guys, now you know.
They also get inspiration on occasion if they're really good about it. So it's a bribe.
Alright, so the first comment says, yes, you're the asshole. You were just trying to make your wife feel better, but in the process you insinuated that this child would be more loved and wanted than your daughter was, within earshot of her. I bet that stung. She wanted to talk to you about how her feelings were hurt. You should have said you were sorry. Her feelings are valid. That you didn't mean to hurt her feelings and you were trying to make your wife feel better. Instead, you immediately dismissed her very rational feelings when you're the one who said the very tasteless thing in your daughter's home. When someone is telling you that their feelings are hurt, it's crazy mean and insensitive to tell them why they shouldn't be. Oh, I guess so. I guess we were focused too much on the initial portion and not necessarily how he handled it. But yes,
Yeah,
I guess that's correct. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I love how we all just did a turnaround.
Now, any that say asshole, we should say, you know, we'll try and make it so it's not asshole, and any ones that say otherwise, you know, reverse it.
We could try. Another one says, you're the asshole. The way you made your wife feel better hurt your daughter's feelings, as it made her feel you cared more about your new wife than you ever did about her. Unfortunately, this was compounded when your reaction to her upset was to prove that your wife's happiness is more important to you than your daughter's. I am glad this time around I'll be a better daughter. I am very upset because you are not a good father and never acknowledged that to me. You don't matter. Your feelings are not important to me right now. What is important is my wife's feelings because she is pregnant with a child that I actually love, or will actually love. That's probably what your daughter heard.
Seems.
Okay.
Seems about right.
Yeah, I don't think he handled it very well.
Derry says that when he said it, he was not aware that his daughter was around, but the way he justified it to her daughter, was obviously offended by it. It's definitely an arsehole move.
Sure.
Have to pay attention that when... Oh yeah, you go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
It's too late. You have begun.
Alright, have to pay attention. When he was making his wife feel better, he was not aware that the daughter was around. Yeah, I don't think anyone's faulting him necessarily for that. It's more so when she tried to confront him about it that he had a very adverse reaction that made you really question the relationship and maybe understand the daughter's point a little bit more because she was so invalidated, even in that moment. Anyone else have some family trauma they want to share? I kid.
I don't, but
Yes.
gotta wait.
But?
Oh, wait. What? I was saying Derry. Also, dad 20 years younger, wife loaded, drives a BMW or a Mustang. Definitely an asshole.
So much assumptions there. That went too far now.
But I mean, like, how would you feel if, if your parents remarried, like if your dad remarried someone who is younger than you or around the same age as you? How would you feel?
Congratulations on your midlife crisis? I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Nah, I wouldn't.
So
Wouldn't
like
be happy.
if your dad married your best friend or something, congratulations, dad and my new mom.
See, here's the thing. If
Stepmom?
it's directly related to me, then that's an issue, right? If it was just like some random, I don't know, 20-something-year-old, then I'd be like, all right, it's okay. They'll get divorced in a year. It's fine.
Say your dad married me.
Well then,
I'm
I'd
not
have
your
many
dad.
questions.
What if the dad
You just want to be called like daddy or something? Like what up?
Yeah, so there you're saying I would personally think that he's a leech. I would think the same thing. This is a 30-year difference between a 30-year-old and a 60-year-old. Let's be real, okay? I know age doesn't matter, whatever, but this is like 30 years difference.
Age definitely matters, actually.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying some people say that, right?
Some
But
people are wrong.
the other thing is like, I mean, like being practical here, what's gonna like? It seems like the dad has like a good business or whatever, right? He's in a place where he can kind of fully support the family and all of that stuff. I guess, like, this is basically probably or possibly someone you're gonna fight with over the inheritance or whatever, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, some people have issues where, say, in some countries, maybe, I know that in some Muslim countries, like, like, Indonesia, there's like an issue where if you're married, right? Like, if you were married to someone who is not Muslim, and then you marry someone who is Muslim, and something happens to you, your assets will, the priority is that it will go to the Muslim family,
Is that how?
which is kind of apparently, I know, I don't know, I'm not, very familiar with the legal details, but that's what I've heard, and that means something, right?
Yep. I like the bill went to the money side of things.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
But what about a prenup?
I don't know about prenups in like in Asian countries, how common it is, but like I guess it depends on the law and if you have a prenup or not. But leaving all those things aside, if you get married, you have kids, and then you have another family, then obviously your inheritance would be split, right? At least it would be split equally. Thinking about it from like a Western world perspective, I guess. But how would you feel like if you see someone who's your age getting married to your dad, and let's say your dad is like wealthy, right?
They're
If
working
they're
so many
working
hours
well.
a day, 6 days a week.
So it sounds like he is, because he's like, oh, he's in a good place. His business does not need his attention or whatever, right?
So you're saying my feelings are contingent on whether or not my dad leaves me money.
No, I'm just saying that you see, like, wouldn't you think that that person is just there for
She
for
could
the
be a
money,
gold
like
digger.
what they're
You don't
saying?
ever know.
Yeah, that's what's saying. Like, I would personally think that she's a leech, right? Now, if there was a will, I
But
don't know. I just feel like it's weird.
so, okay, I see what you mean in the sense where maybe there's apprehensions when it comes to like the new wife being a gold digger, that she doesn't have genuine, maybe genuine feelings for her father, and like the potential of a new child coming into the picture means less of an inheritance for her. But at the same time, it's also like the trauma associated with the negligent parent.
Yes.
From back in the day, and feeling like this new family would replace her, whether monetarily or not, right? And so when she tried to express that, he comes back with the, hey, my new family is more important to me than you. Like, this is not about you sort of scenario, which is why, like, I think this is why it made into a Reddit post of like, you're the asshole. I guess, like, I'm not too sure about, like, Asian family dynamics in a different country, so to speak. But I do think when it comes to, like, a court of law in the Western Hemisphere, it tends to be more, if there is a prenup, and if there's not a prenup, what is the remaining will on it? And so that just sounds like a chaotic family court case at the end of the day. Especially if he's going to be rich. I'm sure both of them, both sides, would be armed to the T. Both the gold-digging wife and the daughter, and potentially the son, depending on his involvement in all of it too. Yeah, Derry says if there's a will.
Okay, so you don't have any issues if your dad married someone who's your age?
I would think it's extremely odd. I don't think he would necessarily be able to connect with a child, Emenar. And so I think realistically, yeah, maybe he did make that midlife crisis. He'd probably get divorced in a year. Not too fussed. The only thing that I would care about is, like, was there a prenup? Gary says, I don't agree completely. I'm not convinced she's just there for the money. Real relationships can still be there, but I cannot ignore the fact that the money is a huge factor as to why she's in the relationship.
I mean, yeah, I would say it is a huge factor.
Sure. But, you know, there's a lot of gold diggers out there, both men and women.
Yeah.
Really delve deep into the background of this when really it was just as the asshole for casting out stuff when the daughter was around.
I mean, we can speculate on their lives, right? You know,
of course, that's what we do all the time.
Maybe he... I thought we were trying to make it so that he was not the asshole. So maybe...
Yeah, we were.
He was just insensitive and, you know, he
was
felt
just really
like his daughter was very needy, as she has in the past. So he's like, yeah, you're overreacting, girl. Like, you know, it's just to pacify your new mom.
What do you want me here? Like, here with you, you know, more than 11 hours a day? I know I sleep and all, but, like, more than 11 hours a day for, like, a day a week even, man. You know, like, come on. So needy.
Look at these posts. If you scroll down to Weekly Conversation 8, I agree. Funny how OP said he didn't want more kids. Marries a woman who is of childbearing age and didn't get a vasectomy anytime in the last 28 years. And then there was someone who said the wife, who is basically the same age as the grown children, decided to announce it when they were at the daughter's place. And yeah, and even chose to threw in a performative apprehensive on top. And it was a straight out attempted dominance move.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, could be. Or things just accidentally line up. Maybe it's not as sinister as we think. I'm trying really hard to argue that he's not the asshole. It's too much speculation now. How about we move to the next one, though? Emenar, take it away.
Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my mom I'm not an aunt and not going to pretend just for her? And I'm not an aunt, I'm not going to pretend just for her. Okay. We'll see where this goes. It's labeled as not the asshole, so well, we'll see. So there is a lot of swearing for children out there. Be aware that there will be swearing involved here, of which I will have to swear in order to read out the exact swear.
Was there swears?
There is swears in here. I did a brief look over it and
I know, but
too many words.
Swears.
Wizard swears. Ooh, I will do wizard swears. That will work. In fact, I'll do the wizard voice.
Excellent.
My mom married my stepdad when I was 20, female, and was 7. Wait. 1 minute. Let me get out my text.
She's a 20 female, and she remarried when she was 7. Okay.
When I was 7. And my stepsister was 6. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, got it. Oh man, I hate reading through people who write.
Well, they do it the regular way. This is how people formatted.
I don't see any commas anywhere. That's really getting me right now. All right, okay,
No,
fine.
it's just in brackets. When I was 7 and my stepsister was 6.
Oh no, I just mean anywhere. There's no comma. There's no commas anywhere in this entire block of text for the whole page. Okay, anyway.
She doesn't want you to.
You might think that after all these years we would be in good, but nope. She was such a flibbertibbly nightmare to deal with, and it only got worse after her dad took custody of her and from her mom when she was 13. It wasn't just me either. She smashed up the collection of photos my mom had of my uncle, her brother, who died when they were but kids, and she made sure that those photos could not be salvaged. She broke something valuable that her grandma, my stepdad's mom, owned. As for me, she would spit in my pillow so I couldn't sleep on it. She would tell me to give her stuff. So when I got a phone, she demanded I give it to her. If I was eating a chocolate bar, she demanded it. Her dad at one point had her in therapy 3 times a week and would punish the hell out of her for stuff like spitting and bricking. That was a swear I would dare not say. One day when we were 15 and 16, we both got into trouble because she tore the photo I had in my bedroom of my dad and grandparents, and she smudged food stains all over the fragments left, and I lost it. I told her she flirtibly sucked, and I was so glad that she was not my real sister, because I would never want to be in a family with someone as unlovable as her. That I never disliked anyone as much, and my life was so much better without her in it. After that, things were different. Very different. My mother said she understood that I was upset, but that I should never say such cruel things about someone. She encouraged me to apologize and said that I hadn't meant those things. But I had. My stepdad and I had gotten along okay up to that point, but me saying his daughter was unlovable and that I wished that she had never been in my life was a step too much for him, which I get. We pretty much coexisted after that, had therapy and all that. But my mom was the only one truly all in at first, and then my stepdad eventually. But my stepsister and I were not interested in repairing things. For me, they were just never good to begin with. Now I live with some friends and live pretty far from my mom. My stepsister recently moved back in with them after she had a baby, and my mom has tried to convince me that this was the perfect time to put the past in the past and move forward. She has brought up my being an aunt many times before. I know she's telling the truth that my stepsister is ready for it too, because she sent me a video via my mom's Facebook saying that she had forgiven me for what I said and was ready to move forward. I got pretty tired of my mom trying and calling me an aunt, so I told her I wasn't an aunt. I told her I had no siblings, and so I can't be an aunt. Can't be an aunt. Oh. She told me that I was childish to say that when everybody else is ready to move on from all that, I told her I was not. That I had never grown to care about my stepsister, and that I did not want to be in her life, or to have her in mine. And her child was an extension of that. She's mad at me for saying that in my stubborn stance. Am I the... I share here.
Alright, initial thoughts?
It was very long and I don't remember any of it.
Oh, goodness.
So as a summary, for those of us who can't remember the start of it, the stepmother was the mean one?
No, it was the stepsister. No,
she had
this daughter of the stepdad, is that right?
Yes,
Yes.
the daughter of the
Okay.
stepdad.
So her stepsister. Got it.
Oh my gosh, you're terrible at this.
I'm so bad at this. Anyway, okay, I got it. I'm up to speed. The stepsister was horrible. We could have cut out so many paragraphs of text.
I think just from what is in this on this post, I think she's a bit soft. I mean, I used to fight with my siblings, and it's more than just spitting. It's like punching and kicking and all that sort of stuff. And and you move on and forget, right? Forgive and forget. I guess not forget, but forgive, because I remember. I don't know. I think she's 20 years old. Like, her sister had a baby, so I'm assuming that probably some maternal instincts kicked in, and she might be a little bit more mature now, all that kind of stuff. So why not give it a shot? I don't see why not.
It's been 14 years of misery.
Yeah.
But is it all misery? Like,
it sounds like it was all misery.
That's all she put in here. But her examples are just like a little bit of spitting, a little bit of like fighting over things, which I think is normal for kids, right?
No, never had that relationship with my brother. We were very amicable.
Not this bad.
You never fought?
We fought, but it was never like I couldn't sleep or that things that I cared about were forever ruined by him.
This is bullying. This is not fighting.
Yeah.
Like, this is very clearly bullying.
This is her, like her stepsister asserting dominance, being like, like that dog that pees on a tree and being like, this is my tree now.
Okay. I guess we have different views on the matter.
Excellent.
That's Isabel talking. We need to know the brother's perspective.
Hey.
There was a brother?
Isabel's brother.
Oh, this is true. Isabel was probably the bully.
I think I might.
The fact that my brother misses me already goes to show how amazing of a sister I was, Derry. I hope you know.
Oh, Derry, that's a threat.
No, but actually, like, realistically speaking, I thought that was like a terrible childhood. It feels like things that she cared about and put an emphasis on, her stepsister terrorized her for. So if she's unpacking that miserable experience and being told to move on, I think she has the right to decide whether or not she wants to move on. Like, yes, the mature thing might be to get up and like, hey, accept that she's an aunt, I guess. But at the end of the day, can she really unpack that and sincerely accept it? I don't think so, because otherwise all of this wouldn't be coming to light. Not to mention the stepsister said she would forgive her, not apologize for what she did. And yes, there's two sides. The
stepsister would forgive her?
Yeah, that's what it says. She said,
"Yeah, that's rough."
Forgiven me for what for what I had said, and was ready to move on. And I'm like, excuse me, I think you have some other things to apologize for before you can forgive.
I want to bring up my standard thing that I bring up, and that the poster here is 20 years old, and the mature thing for a 20-year-old very different than the mature thing for some of us who are slightly more than 20. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Except Isabel, she's like 40.
I'm 40. All right. I knew it.
Cherry agrees with me. She needs to toughen up. Yeah.
Is that really the right response, though?
That's a horrible response for anyone.
It's more like okay, so Cherry first said, my siblings and I fought all the time. I'm still their kid's aunt at the end of the day.
But this isn't fighting, this is bullying.
Like,
I mean,
did you ever...
It's very, very clearly bullying.
I don't know, is it?
She's only telling her to give me... It's like, she got a new phone. She says that her sister made her, like, give it to her. Any chocolate that she got made her give it to her. No, this isn't just fighting. This is, like, straight up. Her sister was, like, harassing her constantly.
Not to mention, she smashed up the collection of photos her mom had of her, like, the poster's uncle, who died when they were kids. And she made sure that those photos weren't salvageable.
She would spit in my pillow so I couldn't sleep on it. Like, this is very clearly bullying stuff.
Like, that doesn't...
This is not fighting.
That sounds like a terror child. It sounds like she has some trouble to go with. Like, I understand, like, maybe play fighting with your siblings, right? At the end of the day. And some things you might take more personally. But if it's a constant thing over time, that it's so repetitive to the point where they can't, or she couldn't get over it, I don't think it is something that you can just be like, suck it up, buttercup, because to her, that was trauma. That was childhood trauma.
So does does this whole situation change because they're stepsisters as opposed to like actual sisters?
It might be, because it's sort of like an invasive kind of feeling, right? And at some point, like,
So they're not blood related at all here.
no, not at all, because it sounds like the stepdad came with the daughter when they remarried, and that's why they're so close in age.
So like, does that play a thing in the whole I don't want to be your aunt, because, well, we're not natural sisters. Why should I?
That's what she's saying, right? She's saying she doesn't have any siblings, so it does play a factor in that. But I mean,
wonder though, if she acknowledges her stepdad, I don't think there is as much of an issue with the step scenario, is how I would think about it. Because if the stepfather, if she also disregarded the stepfather, then I'd be like, oh, okay, maybe she just doesn't want that sort of family unit coming into her personal life. But it sounds like it's more so the stepsister than the stepfather that she has an issue with.
Yes, it's more the stepsister than the stepfather, that's for sure.
I make this person the asshole. I feel like they are the victim here. But then again, we don't know all the details.
That is true.
Darius saying anyone considered that the step sibling may just be a psychopath, lack of empathy, compassion for others. That's a real mental issue that needs help. And yeah, Darius, you're right. There could be various psychological issues behind all that. Would that make her an asshole if that was the case? If there was a psychological thing there that she wasn't getting the help for because her parents were just not aware so much or whatever, and then like they find out later. Though if they did find out, you would think that the poster would say it though. But then again, we do know that posters do not portray the whole truth.
Cherry adds,
we must investigate.
Cherry adds that also bullied here, but yeah, at the end of the day, I'm still their kid's aunt at the end of the day. Honestly, it's just a title and she can choose to avoid them. I mean, isn't she trying to avoid them by not recognizing them as her potential nephew / niece?
Yeah.
I mean, I think what Cherry's saying, that, the aunt is just a title. So she can say that, yes, okay, I'm an aunt, but I'm not going to meet them, right? She can still do that without saying, oh, I'm not their aunt because she's not my sister, right?
So you're going to unfollow them on Facebook, but remain friends.
What?
Yeah. It's just the same as unfollowing someone and then remaining friends on Facebook. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see what you mean by keeping a surface level kind of harmonious aspect. But at the same time, like, why bother with the pretenses if she's not going to bother, like, being in the kid's life either? Like...
No, like, yeah, the title is a very minor thing, but...
Choose your side. Don't just play on both sides. Either, if you're, really upset about the whole thing, then... say it.
I don't think she's an asshole. She's just a bit immature.
Well, we know that.
Yeah. Sounds like she needs therapy herself, but
I mean, like the things that the stepsister did. Like I can imagine it being just that the stepsister is a kid. She was a kid when she was doing all these things. When she was in her teens, she was a teenager, right?
Yeah, but not all kids do that, Bill.
I know, but that doesn't mean that. Maybe she was just acting out, right? She's just not. She didn't have any malicious intentions. That's what I mean. She was just a kid.
I don't think it. So I firmly believe trauma is trauma, whether or not the intention was there. So maybe the stepsister's intention was never to hurt, like the original poster, to that extent. But to the poster, that was a significant issue for her. And the fact that she's still able to recall all those situations, how many years later, 14 years later, was it, that it still clearly bothers her, right? So...
Intent doesn't matter. Some of the worst things in the world have ever been done with the best intent, right? Jurassic Park?
oh dear. Yeah, I just want to make a theme park where people can enjoy dinosaurs. What could go wrong there?
It's a quote in Jurassic Park, but yes, that.
But yeah, like, people will do onto you what they will do, and whether you choose to accept it, that's like your prerogative at the end of the day. And your decision, you'll have to live with your consequences. So if she decides to not recognize them as her aunt, her step-parent and her mom's going to be upset with her. That might cause a rift. It'll continue to divide her and her siblings, and, you know, potentially not meet the good children that they might be from the stepsister. And if she wants to isolate herself from her family in that respect, then it's her decision to make, right?
No, obviously, you know, she's free to make her own decisions. Obviously, no one is questioning that. I just think that she could do better. But yes, it is her own decision.
But is she the asshole for making that decision? That is the question.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. In this particular situation. Who knows? Maybe a little bit in the future.
I don't think she's an asshole per se, but she is taking a very hard line. She seems to be very unforgiving. You know, yeah, you should learn to forgive people, right? And I know you're talking about trauma and things like that, but from what I'm seeing here, it's nothing major. Like, nothing.
But can we use our own measure to determine what is traumatic for her, right? Like,
no,
so
that's what I'm saying. From my point of from what I can see, I don't think it's major. I don't think there's any major things here. Like, she never, like, you know, physically bullied her or anything. She was just breaking things. Maybe she was just a kid. She was breaking things, right? And then making a mess. Did she actually hurt her sister?
Well,
I don't see any
some
mention
things
of
that
that.
can't be salvageable, right? Like, those photos, you know, might not be recoverable. The fact that she trampled on both her grandfather and the father's pictures that, you know, she had up and thought was important was like a clear distinction of, like, hey, I don't value your family or your feelings. And yes, you could put that up to like a child acting out, a teenager acting out, but, you know, like, to her it was significant.
Well, I mean, like, she obviously did this intentionally, right? So it is better than she doing it accidentally.
Yes. So it's very clear where her stance is. So then you
can
can
not
make a
forgive her?
firm decision.
Because she did it intentionally, then wouldn't you forgive her? Because
If
she
she
might have a
can
good
cut her
reason for
out of
doing
their
it.
life, yeah. Which she's trying to do, but you're telling her that's an asshole move, Bill. Like, what do you want?
I'm like I said, I'm not saying that she's an asshole. I just think that she should learn to forgive and move on.
Fair. Some of the comments are saying this and the rest of her family continues to stomp all over OP's boundaries. There are major issues here, and it's not just with the stepsister. One child is being catered to and the feelings of the others are being ignored. This is serious stuff and will take the OP a lot of work to now learn in life that her feelings and concerns do matter. There's no foundation to build on here with the stepsister. If there was a happy time in their childhood, they could try and work to regain. That's one thing, but there isn't. Mom and stepdad try to play at big happy family by making one child endure the abuse of others. As adults after that and are bearing some kind of absolute miracle, it's not going to happen. OP, you still get a shot at building a healthy family when you start your own, so don't despair. Get therapy and help you unlearn the awful lessons given to you, and do make a great family of your own. Also, what is certified proctologist?
Proctologist? It is. Well, proctologist is the doctor of the asshole. You see. So it is a joke on the fact that this is a very much professional person who responds in the in these things. Like, they must have like hundreds of responses.
I think it's just like a title you can give yourself.
There's also the Sultan of Sphincter. An asshole aficionado.
There seems to be a point system beside it, though.
It seems so too.
A participant.
goodness.
Hilarious. Yes.
Other people are blaming the stepdads. Other people are outraged that she had forgiven you after all the bullying. I mean, I guess in retrospect, it's also like I wonder if she was really that passive of her participant. I'm sure she would have tried to get back at her stepsister in some sense, right?
I don't know. Are you saying that because that's what you would have done?
I think it's the natural response. Unless there's like unless her mom enforced that sort of behavior where it's like just submit to your step sibling's abuse, you know? If she
submit to your stepsister.
like if she encouraged that kind of behavior, I can see the whole like, you know, shut up and suck it up mentality. But it's sort of like I feel like siblings try to get even with one another.
We really need to talk to her brother.
Again,
oh
my brother
Derry.
and I have a great relationship. I'm just saying, Derry, you're extrapolating from nothing.
So you say.
I actually treated my brother a lot better than my friends treated their siblings. True facts.
Yeah.
Call the brother lifeline. Nice.
I mean, you could, but you'd be wasting your points. Also, that's 50k worth. Thanks.
Oh, you actually have it?
I
Damn.
might add it. Who knows? If there's enough of a question mark, I suppose.
Everyone just looked at the points to see if they could redeem. I know I did.
Someone says, okay, so story time. I always hated my sister growing up and was exceptionally cruel to her. I had zero reasons to be like that. I just was. When I got older, I fucking realized that I was a flipping monster, and I apologized to her many times. She didn't turn out to be a very good person. She accepted my apology, then bring it up later in argument or what have you. I blame myself for it pretty much my entire adult life. Here's my point. My sister never apologized to me for her own behavior, her own poor behavior. Does that bother me? Absolutely not. Agree doesn't need to. She has every right to hate me, and I've never felt the need for an apology from her. We are quite well these days, but we don't really go out of our way to talk to or be around each other. Honestly, it's the best for the both of us. It's done, it's over, we've moved on. Yeah. Fair.
Did you start swearing in that and then like change it to not swearing in the middle?
You're gonna have to wizard swear erase that.
Ah, damn it. Flippity doo! Is that how you wizard swear? Flippity doo. Zippity doo dah. Oh, you gotta get your spells right.
No. It's flippity doo dah because it's wizard
Look what
swear.
Derry's saying.
What's Derry saying? I fought with my cousins, didn't speak for years. Finally, nearly close to a decade, we ran to each other and both agreed we were both immature and it's in the past. Have a great relationship with them now. That's fine. Like, I'm not discounting that it's immature to be like, hey, I'm cutting everyone out of my life in order to, you know, stew in my childhood trauma. But at the same time, like, I think her feelings are valid. And it shouldn't be a scenario where you're like, suck it up, buttercup, because that's absolutely the worst thing you could say to someone that's hurting, is my opinion.
Cool. Okay, not the asshole. All right.
This has been removed. That's not cool.
I know. I crossed that one out on our list there. So I have added 2 other ones instead, but either we do the original last one that we had, or I've got a specific one on cats with an update after that.
Which one was removed?
I moved it.
I crossed it out in the list and removed from that.
Oh, it's not syncing. That's why. Mine's
Oh,
not
yeah.
syncing. That's not cool.
All right.
Alright, up to you. Do you want to roll a dice for that? We're approaching 8:30.
Oh we got time for one more. We'll not do those 2. We'll do the last one there, which is the laundry one.
Sure, sounds good. I think Sherry might enjoy this one.
It's also shorter,
Laundry.
so
Alright, let's go.
Ooh, it says English isn't the first language, so I can speak in Goblin. Excellent.
Oh, excellent.
Sure, we'll all understand that, obviously.
Yes.
Oh, right. You guys have plenty of time in your campaigns to murder all the goblins, whether they speak to you or not. So.
I just want to yell at a goblin one day. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun.
Real one or in D&D? Because you get yell at me. I am a goblin.
Both.
Pretty much. Like, get the facial structure. I'm pale. I live in a dark hole somewhere.
Derry says you actually speak goblin.
Do the goblin voice. Do the goblin voice.
Okay. Sure. So am I the asshole for refusing to do my husband's laundry? English is not my first language, so please bear with me. Both my husband and I work full-time stressful jobs. And I'm a physical therapist. And he is a technical television manager.
Wait. Apparently stream froze, but audio is still good. And I can see that the stream did freeze.
I can't see.
Unfortunate.
My little eyes cannot see in the dark very well.
I think it's the screen share that is frozen because I see the chat still going up in your overlay.
There we go.
There is a smudge on my screen.
I think it's working now.
Nice, yes.
This isn't my usual goblin voice.
Alright, restart or?
Well, English is still not my first language, so please bear with me. Both my husband and I work full-time stressful jobs. I'm a physiotherapist.
Psychotherapist.
A psychotherapist. Oh, very different context now. And he is a technical television manager. I think it's supposed to be technical. We have 2 kids, 12 and 7-year-old boys. We have been together for 20 years, and I have been the main provider for all this time. This is fine. However, I am also the one doing all the cleaning, and we have someone helping us every other week. Oh, the cooking and the laundry and the meal planning, basically taking care of pretty much everything. He takes care of the car and does the shopping that I also have to plan in detail. When I brought this up, that he needs to be more proactive and do stuff on his own and not wait for me to point it out. He said that he can't cook, and why do I complain? Most of the chores are being done by the machines. The machines! The washer, the dryer, the dishwasher, and the vacuum. Really easy. Just throw in the laundry and the machine does all the work. So I told him that I won't be doing his laundry. If it is that easy to do, then he should do it himself. He got upset saying that I am doing all this despite him. But it will take longer for me to separate his stuff. Most of the things I do, I can't give up doing, but this is something I refuse to do. I am just so tired all the time. He also has 1 week off for every 2 weeks of work, which he uses to relax. He's not doing more than his usual even when he's not working. So am I the asshole here? Thank you. And we'll do the edits after.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear that the OP is not the asshole based on the post.
I don't know. I think we need to make the OP the asshole in this situation.
Right? Like...
Mostly because of the voice.
I'm just curious to see what this husband is like, that, you know, he's like, oh, the machines do all the work.
The machines!
It's the machines!
Okay.
We're in the technical ages now.
Maybe if it's like a robot vacuum, I would say that yes, the machine does all the work.
You mean a Roomba? They have a name!
Yeah, if they have,
so
I mean,
racist.
there's different brands. Roomba is just one brand.
Everyone knows them as Roombas.
But if if it's a Roomba, then yeah, the machine does all the work. But a washing machine, I mean, like even a Roomba, you still have to kind of change out the take out the garbage from inside the Roomba. But a washing machine, obviously, this guy doesn't do it. I mean, like it takes out a lot of the work, but it's still a lot of work to kind of, you know, wash
Emenar?
it, hang it, and all that stuff.
Emenar, I rolled a 17. You need to argue that, you know, it is clearly the machines doing all the work.
It is very clearly the machines doing all the work. Have you seen these things? They're so expressive in their personality. Put googly eyes on them, they might as well be real people. They vibrate and everything. Not that I would do anything with that. But they very clearly have the whole house thing down on their own, you know? You just throw stuff in, and it does it all. What's she doing? Like, sticking all the clothes in the sink and scrubbing them by hand? This guy is very clearly out working his ass all week. Probably. For 2 weeks at a time. That's exhausting. Have you ever tried to work 2 weeks at a time, Bill? And then go home and look at the machines that are standing you up and going, "Whoa, I'm doing all the work here." I think. Did I make an argument enough? Does that work?
Sure. Bill, I rolled a yeet. You need to convince Cherry that you would not be at fault for not doing laundry.
So I have been doing our laundry every week for the last at least 6 or 7 years. So if I decide to kind of, not do the laundry every once in a while, I think I am entitled to that.
Let's break it into a more exact scenario. It has been 2 weeks, Bill, since you've done the laundry. Whatever the reasons behind it, because you're working hard, or you're streaming, or you're just really lazy, I don't care. 2 weeks since you last did the laundry. Go.
Yes.
So sorry, what am I trying to argue here?
Oh, she's now saying that you should have been doing the laundry.
Yep.
No, it's only been 2 weeks in your opinion, but Cherry is
I shouldn't be doing laundry.
What?
Did
No.
Bill freeze there for a second?
I think so.
So what am I arguing?
Right, so Cherry is complaining that you haven't been doing the laundry. The last time you did the laundry was 2 weeks ago. You can use whatever other points. It's just a very more specific scenario.
Well, first of all, I don't need to do the laundry yet this week because we still have enough clothes for the following week. We don't even go out because of lockdown, so we don't really need to wash the clothes. We can just
2 weeks in this scenario. 2 weeks.
Yeah, we still have some clothes that we can wear.
What if there's googly eyes on your washing machine? How does that change things?
It means that I would be less likely to go down there because it would creep me out. Washing machines don't need eyes.
Then in that case, the washing machines definitely have eyes, and you can use that as part of your argument or not. Up to you.
Well, there you go. They're staring at me when I put the clothes in,
Come on, Cherry. Would you make that man really go downstairs and stare into the face of horror, the googly eyes of the washing machine?
There's only 2 of us in the house, and you know that whenever there's a ghost, they're always in the basement. And if the washer has eyes, then obviously the washer is possessed by the ghost. So why would I want to put our clothes in the ghost, right?
I agree. The ghosts are always in the basement or streaming.
Or
Shout out to Ghost in the show.
Not sleeping.
Cherry, would you like to roll for damage? What's your modifier? I will let you use the bonking stick.
Oh, look what they're saying. Remember, boys. Oh, sorry. My friend's dog name is Roomba, but works the same way. She eats everything on the floor. And remember, boys, when you marry, you're not marrying a maid or a replacement for your mom. Work needs to be shared. Yes, exactly.
That is true.
Indeed. I still want a Roomba though, and I want to put googly eyes on it and strap a knife to its chest.
Oh, I think we actually have a robot vacuum upstairs. I tried it once, but it didn't perform very well.
Cherry, are you a D10 or are you a D6?
With the bonking stick? That's a solid D. This is D8. A bonking
D8?
stick.
Okay.
Unless she's using a two-handed, in which
she wants a
it could
D10.
be a D10.
They're saying that whenever I go to the washer, Cherry turns the lights off. Actually, no, she doesn't. She just stays on the couch or something. Normally.
Wow, toxic.
Or she does other things like cook or tidy up. Most of the time she's on the couch or
You know what? I'll add
though.
you another D10 for that, Cherry. Give me a second.
2 D10? I'm gonna redeem the bonk for Bill.
Alright, let's see. Let's see what you get. What's your modifier? Cherry, what's your modifier?
Oh my god, Derry. I have this image of Cherry now on the couch with a bottle of beer yelling at Billy to put in the laundry in the washer properly. Well, she wouldn't know because she doesn't go downstairs when I put the laundry in the washer, so she wouldn't know if I put it in properly or not.
I want to add to that and say that she is currently under a blanket and hugging her new Lego car that she has, also under the blanket.
Alright, I'm gonna say
Beer on
Cherry
one
is
hand, car on the
proficient in
other.
it. So you take 23 damage.
Get
Bill.
wrecked, Bill. That goes straight to your D&D character for Thursday night campaigns, by the way.
At least
Well
I
done.
can heal her.
At least you can heal her.
Yeah.
What? You're taking the damage, Bill, not
I'm
Cherry.
taking damage. I
Yeah.
thought you said it's
Yeah.
Cherry.
No, it's you.
She's rolling for damage.
Why?
It's different.
For the
Yeah,
bonk on you.
I know
Bonking
Cherry did
you.
the laundry last time. Yeah, because I was streaming. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Dang.
But you know, in the last 6 or 7 years, I did the laundry probably like 95% of the time.
Not the machines. You.
Not even if you stick googly eyes on them?
I did the laundry 95% of the time, roughly.
Won't even admit the machines did all that laundry.
It's different.
So racist.
To the machine.
Give the machines the credit they deserve, Bill.
That's called slave labor.
It is. It
I'm
is.
picturing her, beer in hand, Lego under a blanket, with a very Smeagol precious aura. I mean, she's not like that with the Lego. She's like that with her bags.
They are very pretty bags, so you gotta give it up.
It's very pretty Lego as well, though.
Maybe I should mention it.
Also, would you ever really want to name your dog Roomba? That would imply that he licks all over your floor.
Well, it's an anagram for Rambo.
Is it? It's not.
Ramboo. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Rambo.
Rambo.
But yes, why not? Roomba. I think Roomba's a cute dog name. If the dog is like, you know, like a vacuum cleaner with food and stuff.
What if it's your son? What if it's your son's name? Good old Roomba.
All right.
Sure.
Do you guys want to do another one or?
We could do one more.
How short will it be?
I don't know.
Gary
Pick one.
says, give Billy some coins to go home, please.
If anyone has a AITA that they would like us to do, post it faster than I can find one.
Yeah, feel
Then
free
we'll do
to
it.
send us like AITAs.
Oh wait, can they send links? That's the
What
problem.
about the one that you added
Sure
there?
thing.
It's
what
a
about-
part. It's not part 1 of 2, but we could do it anyway. I think. Sure,
The
why
dog
not?
and the cat?
There's a dog and a cat thing. There is like an update version as well. But we'll do. Where'd it go?
I still see it.
We could also take a look
Oh,
at top
Page is. Oh, I see. Page is weird.
Someone rearranged it.
Am I the asshole for refusing to let my girlfriend get a dog because it will upset my old man of a cat? Oh, the cat's the old man!
Oh dear.
I get it. I thought it was that they were saying about their old man who acts like a cat, not their cat that acts like an old man. Okay.
Alright.
Running out of voices in my head right now. Into that
Do
time.
Volo, do Volo.
Volo?
Volo. These are both girls, it seems.
Oh,
But I could do Volo.
do Isabel, do Isabel.
Whoa! You can't just say things like that on stream that we're not even doing.
Oh
Whoa!
goodness.
You know what I mean.
Hmm.
Context, dude, context, please.
Bill's mind in the gutter.
What? I had pure thoughts. It was Emenar has a nice mind in the gutter.
Sure. Whatever.
You didn't say anything when I said do Volo.
Well, I would do Volo. He's a stunning man.
Are you saying Isabel isn't?
Apparently not.
Elizabeth is not a stunning man, no.
I don't recall ever becoming male, so supposedly.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Also, Isabel and I work together. See, on the stream.
That would be very
Volo and I don't-
unprofessional.
Yeah, it's very professional. Something
Oh
like
my
that.
god.
Is that wine, Isabel?
It is now.
How's that? Okay. Sure.
I turned
Alright.
water into wine. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. Let me see. Okay, so am I the asshole for refusing to let my girlfriend get a dog because it will upset my old man of a cat? I, a 30 female, have been with my girlfriend, 31 female, for 3 years now. I'm using the exact same voice as last time, it seems. Well, there we go. Now we recently moved into a nice house in the country. As we're finally living somewhere with a decent-sized garden, and my girlfriend wants to get a dog. She's always wanted a dog, and I have said to her that we can get one day, but not until my cat passes away. My cat, Sparky, is a 14-year-old, blind in one eye, and hates dogs. I love this cat. He is my baby, as I would love any animal that my partner and I get together. But it is unreasonable to ask that he lives out his twilight years in peace, eating his favorite foods, curling up by the fire, hugging the bed, and watching tennis without getting a new puppy in the mix. Wait a minute, is that a question? Is it unreasonable? There we go. My girlfriend says that I am being unreasonable and that my cat and the new dog will be great friends. But I know Sparky, and he has always been anxious or aggressive towards dogs. Kind of like Bill in Machines. My friends and her family say that if I love my girlfriend, I should let her get the dog. I do love her, and I am not against her getting a dog. I am just asking her to wait a little bit until my cat passes away. So, am I the asshole? Hashtag Bill hates machines.
True. Halfway through, I was wondering if you could have done that in a Valley voice.
In a what voice?
A Valley voice?
A Valley voice.
Yes.
Like in...
Oh yeah, Valley voice. Cherry loves the Valley voice.
The Valley voice? Like from the TV shows with all the different...
Like the, oh my
girls?
god, like, I can't believe, and, you know...
Yeah.
I see.
Maybe Isabel should do this.
But she doesn't have enough likes.
But I have been with my girlfriend for 3 years now.
Like,
No,
I've
that's
been
not
with
right.
my girlfriend for like 3 years now, and we
There you go.
recently moved into a nice house in the country. There we go.
No, keep going. What are you doing?
Yeah, keep going. You're on a roll now.
But we need to
You're
give
doing the
our
whole thing.
opinions in. It's 8:42, guys. Let's wrap it up.
Alright. So next session, which will not be next week but the week after, Isabel will be reading out the articles in a sweet what Valley voice.
Nice try.
Yes. So yes. All right, let's do it.
I don't even know what's real anymore, so it's scary. Oh my goodness. Anywho, I feel like just respect the cat, let him live out his years, and get a dog.
I would agree. I mean, like the cat, but I think they should at least try looking for puppies and bring Sparky there, right? Is it Sparky?
Yeah, but if he's blind in one eye and hates dogs, I don't think he'd be very receptive to like a small puppy getting in his face.
I think it's worth a shot.
True, but what if you fall in love with the dog and the cat hates it? Isn't that just
Well,
opening
don't
a jar
fall in
of
love
worms?
with the dog. Don't fall in
You
love
can't
with the
tell.
dog.
Okay, tell that to Derry, who decided to adopt the dog after falling for its puppy charms. Do you think you could resist the dog?
Rookie mistake, Derry.
But seriously though, there's no harm in like bringing the cat when you go to see puppies, right? And see how the cat reacts. If the cat's like, nope, and then you can just tell the owner, I'm sorry, like, we want to let our cat live his remaining few years in peace, right?
Okay, so far it cost me 903 weeks. Every visit is $50. That is fair. There's a lot of upkeep when it comes to dogs, especially showers and obedience classes,
But then student loans aren't much different.
Are you equivocating owning a dog to student loans? Wait, are student loans
Oh,
your pet?
at least owning a dog brings you joy.
True.
I'm saying, why be a student when you can get a dog?
Oh man, the cat is so cute.
You already looked it up? That's cheating.
No, there's
Yeah.
a link there under the edit. Oh, the cat is so cute.
You can't. That's emotional blackmail.
Yep. Yep.
I wasn't sure how you would say if I'm an asshole or not, so I put a picture of my ass cat. It is cute. Hi, demonic.
So
Evil.
cute. My regal old man. Kind of reminds me of
so
Tabby
cute.
with shorter hair.
Oh my gosh.
Tabby
Okay,
is sleeping,
definitely
she don't
not the
care.
asshole for protecting the cat's peace.
So the
Because
cat's
the cat is
feelings
cute, that is
better.
It's exactly what the cat wants you to do. You're just giving the cat. It's had a wonderful life the whole time, and now you know what? This is exactly what happened with Brexit.
Goodness.
Exactly what happened with Brexit. All the old people all decided they wanted out of the EU after they got all their benefits, but all the young people wanted to stay in, and they couldn't because the old people decided to vote.
True.
And they voted to get out. This is the exact same thing. This cat is Brexit.
What are you talking about, man? This cat knows nothing about Brexit. This cat he's just an old cat.
I'm not saying the cat knows about Brexit and has responsible for Brexit. I'm saying the cat is Brexit in the metaphor, Bill.
Oh, the cat is so cute. Brexit is not cute. The cat is cute, so I disagree.
To Bill, the cat's feelings matter, but the girl with the ant issue, her feelings don't matter. Got
No,
it.
but the cat does. Bill is a monster of a person.
No. This is a cat. The other person is an adult. She should be more mature.
The cat is also an adult. He's an old man now.
No, it's
Yeah,
different.
in
Cat is a
cat
cat.
years, this cat is way older than that 20-year-old.
Yeah, but that cat is like this cat is like an old cat. You know, he's a granddad. It's
It's a
hard to
racist
change.
cat. It's a
It's hard to
granddad racist
change.
cat. So it hits dogs. It's really a horrible creature. I don't care how damn old and cute it is.
Look at it. Look at it.
So
There's
what?
there's no evil in this cat. How can something be so cute?
I just
be
want to
evil?
say, some people find Hitler attractive as well, Bill.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't even want testicle though, but you know, we're not going to judge.
Jerry said.
He ruined
when-
mustaches for everyone. Could have had the cool little comb mustache.
I mean, didn't Charlie Chaplin have that mustache too? Like,
Yeah, but you have to have
He
the
did.
Charlie Chaplin hat, otherwise you look like Hitler.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like
Yeah,
Okay.
Hitler ruined it for everyone.
that's true.
For someone who's literally been raised with cats have no maintenance at all compared to dogs. Yes, absolutely. They just clean themselves.
They can be needy.
they run
too.
around
Some
and
cats act like
Early in
cats.
the morning.
That's true. They have claws. Yep. But still, they're. Look
They're
at
also
this
pure
guy.
evil. Pure evil.
Pure evil.
What?
Yeah,
that
they,
what it is?
I think the Egyptians knew. They worship cats as gods because cats were pure evil and corrupt.
Okay. Anyways, I think not the asshole, but I think she can give it a shot, as in like letting the cat see a puppy, you know, like a newborn pup, and see how they get on. Yeah.
Well, can't just be like letting it see it. You gotta have it live with it for a few days. They're territorial creatures. They gotta get used to it.
Yeah.
I know, but like I mean, it's a start, right? Like.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. You gotta let it live with it for a few days. You can't just have it see it.
No, I mean, like if by whatever miracle the cat gets along with the puppy, then you know there's a chance that they can live together. If not, then you know, then maybe not, right?
Did you notice that that cat is wearing a birthday crown around its chest, as if it was already the ruler of this house?
Well, obviously it is. It's been the ruler of the house for 14 years, right?
You see, and it keeps getting its own way. Disgusts me.
Let's finish it up. Next update.
Oh, there is an update for it, isn't there?
Is there an update?
Yeah,
There is. You're gonna read it with your swanky voice.
it's not gonna
So.
work, man.
You have to do it.
I thought that I'd give you all an update on the pet situation after another argument with my girlfriend, like my best girlfriend, about the dog situation. We asked if a friend of ours could look after her dog, a very placid, sleepy, and uninteresting bulldog for a day while she was at work. So just so she can see for herself how Sparky would react. And let me say now, like my girlfriend now totally understands why I wanted to wait until Sparky died before getting a dog. Until 6 hours that we had the dog, Sparky tried to bite him on the leg. I tried to pull him away, but before he could even make contact with him and haul Sparky's ass upstairs away from the dog, after that moment. So confusing, like, oh my god, I don't know what I wanted to say there. Well, anyways, so like when Sparky was upstairs and did nothing but yell at us and revenge pee on the bed before hiding on top of the wardrobe. While all this was happening, my friend's dog just laid there on the floor doing absolutely nothing. What a snooze fest, guys. Upon seeing that Sparky was trying to do a dog that would not even hurt a fly, my girlfriend's now like, yeah, I totally think we shouldn't get a dog and that it has to be an outdoor dog, which she totally didn't want. Or wait until, like, you know, the awful day that Sparky is no longer with us. So Grumpus is very happy with the plan. Grumpus, like aka Sparky, like duh, is now going to spend his golden years lying in front of the fire watching tennis and like Blue Planet on TV, eating lots of chips, because cats eat chips obviously, and sitting on the landing windowsill while he loves to watch the whole world go by. And clearly, I don't know how to end a sentence because it just keeps going. Anyways, he's like super happy at the plan. And I promise my friend's dog was not hurt at all. Like, you know, Sparky would not do that. And I don't think he realized that my cat was planning on attacking him. Sparky is now happy as lamb and no more revenge peeing. Ew. Ugh. I hate all of you. I should have made that a redeem.
Inspiration. That's a great redeem. I think Sparky is the asshole here.
No, I think you know, they did exactly what I said, almost exactly what I said. Basically, try having Sparky with a dog and see how it goes, and it worked out.
Sparky's the asshole.
No, Sparky's not the asshole. He's just uncomfortable with dogs.
Racist, you mean?
Racist cat.
Maybe he was just trying to play with. Maybe that's just how cats play. He was just trying to play with the bulldog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Run upstairs and revenge pee in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he just couldn't
fun there.
And yell.
Maybe he just couldn't hold it in. He's an old cat. Maybe he just got like scared or whatever, and then he just peed himself because he was so scared of the dog. I don't know.
Bill, you've been mind controlled by cats. We can't trust your opinion anymore.
All I can say is like, oh my god, ew. No.
It would be pretty gross though if the cat peed on your bed. Yeah.
Let's alright, let's end that there. We're gonna move over to Emenar's channel for Divinity. Also, heads up for those who are still managed to like sit through that cringe fest.
Amazing.
We will be taking a pause next week for Am I the Asshole segment. And we'll be resuming the week after. So the week ending April the 4th.